Wow.
Okay, do we want to wait a few more minutes in case somebody else comes in? It's up to you.
They're 2 minutes late. Well, it's 6:30.
I don't. That's not it.
Karen, yes, do you have any, you're doing the barn board? Do you have pictures of any of them? Not yet, we're working on. Are they coming up, right? I want to try to go up because I've never seen them, but what day are you doing that? Thursday at 9 to 12. 9 to 12.
Yeah, we're doing a barn quilt
Barn quilts.
We're at the,
Thank you.
oh, I'm taking a barn quilt class next Tuesday and Wednesday up in Phillips.
You could have done it with us for nothing.
Anyone got choice before? Oh, I'm doing a big one, includes everything, I think it was, I
75,
think 120
120.
for 2 days.
Wow.
We're doing a 4x4,
See, I had never heard of
Mine's
the barn
big.
quilt, so wow.
and they drafted it, they put it on the
Wood.
board, all I gotta do is tape it and paint it.
Yeah, these ladies had to draw out the patterns. They had to paint the boards, sand the boards, paint the boards.
But like that, it's all done, I just have to.
And where did they get their patterns from? Did they do it,
Online, whatever one they wanted, and then I helped them print it.
any different ones, or what are people choosing?
Anne's doing the red bird. I did
I'll show you the one I'm
the
doing.
compass. I have that one.
I think that's the one, I think you and I are doing the same one then.
Yeah, that's,
God, I don't want to hit you, Betty.
no, don't.
Do you mind if I come over?
Just a minute here.
I know some people don't like.
Well, because, yeah.
Somebody-
people won't want-
Somebody's
Yeah.
coming in.
We missed you last.
That's the one I'm doing.
Oh, my.
That's the one I
Have a
did.
seat right
That's-
over here.
Yeah.
There's another seat there.
I don't know what
Except
colors
for I
I'm
did
gonna
not
do
do the
yet.
corners.
I just don't know what colors I'm gonna do yet. I've
Wow.
never done this.
And how, oh, you've never done this?
No, I
How long
don't.
did it take her to do that?
How are you?
That, it didn't take long.
Wow.
It's-
And that's the one you're doing?
All I know is she said, I says, what do we bring with us? She says, your lunch, cold drinks, everything else. is supplied.
Yeah.
You could say you had where it shouldn't have been.
It's so much fun.
Yeah,
the manhole
so much
Yeah,
fun.
dark star fabrics.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's.
go to
now.
swimming?
It's getting hard, yeah.
That's why I
It's a lot.
How big are the ones? that-
Well, when I said I just did, I saw your finger, I thought that must be why.
That's a nice size. too.
Yeah, yeah.
How is this going?
Good.
I'll be at the bookstore.
It was cool.
Oh, did you know?
Yeah, I changed my hours so that I could.
No, I'm real
I
good
work
quilting.
on Monday, so now I take a lot late.
I haven't
lunch.
taken classes on it. Seems so perfect that it's
I'm
going.
really into it. Doris does a great job.
She did a good job.
And I'm actually getting to be pretty good.
Oh, there you go. It's fun.
It is
I
fun.
did one.
I made four quilts, yes.
I
Everybody's
taken
said, oh,
years
yeah,
of
that's
the
good.
Constitution of the United
When
States.
did you start quilting last year?
My mother had started.
Well, I can
me.
just swear that I faithfully discharged the best of my ability.
No, so I did 13 calls, and I did the class, and I didn't have any training. But I don't want to-
I'm making bags too.
Yeah, it came out wonderful.
I'm
But
making
the
it.
barn quilts are so nice. I just love them. They're so relaxing.
You did.
So I don't see anybody sitting in the waiting room. So we've got the meeting started here. Just gonna finish this. And so first, I want to welcome one of our new members, Mayanne Bush. And I don't know if everybody wants to go around and introduce themselves.
I'm Karen.
I'm gonna do.
There'll be a test afterwards.
She rebooted me. It's her fault.
Don't blame me if it doesn't work out.
Have Susan.
Lois Hazlet,
What was that?
Hazlet,
Lois,
Lois.
Lois. Oh, that's a
Lois
different
like
name.
Joyce on it.
nothing to repeat.
What brought that on? Okay,
And I'm Kim Hagan.
Kim?
Yes.
Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you. And Mary Vogel. The chair, I guess.
So,
Anyway, so, yeah, we want to thank you for joining me and we appreciate, your willingness to.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, and there are a lot of different things that we do, a wide variety. We did have, two other people that were appointed, which was Charlene Hall. And, so everybody got emails. I don't give people telephone calls. The other one is Richard Von Eiderstein. So,
And Michael's not here either.
and Michael's not here. We'll go down through the list here because we do have, some people that, have decided that they would like to stay on in a friend capacity. So we'll look at the minutes first, follow the agenda so I don't get off track. And if everybody wants to take a look at those and
Anybody
then
else
send
wanna
them
recommend?
over, thank you very much, Betty.
No, don't look at me. Will somebody take the minutes for Betty?
Yeah, I'll do the minutes.
I don't have to do Mary.
What's that?
Nothing. I feel like you don't have enough to do.
Everybody okay with them? We get a motion?
I motion to accept the minutes.
A second? Sue? All right, all in favor? I'll be right down, who's here? Okay, do we want to do, follow-ups? Craft Day? Do you have any updates on Craft Day, Karen, that you'd like to
No,
provide?
it's doing really well. We have another person, so we're up to 12.
Wow.
It's getting,
Right, so I
for
guess,
the first time I went home and actually drank. last night. And I'm not a drinker.
it's done at noon.
Especially,
5 o'clock somewhere.
yeah, especially in the middle of the day. So, yeah, it was,
And why is that? Because there's so many people now?
there's so many people and maybe it was too tough of a project. I don't know. You know, one lady, I mean, I might as well have just painted it for, her, you know. So I probably will paint it for her Thursday. You know what I mean? I'm like, no more diagonal lines. I go back and there's diagonal lines everywhere. You know, it just, I don't know.
So did they bring their own patterns or did you have patterns for them to?
No, they
choose
picked
from?
a pattern and then I helped them lay it out.
Yeah,
So that, you know, took a while too. But if it was a 4 multiple by 4s, it was easy.
Yeah.
Cause then because the boards are not really 2 by 2.
oh, so they're not big patterns at all,
Well, a 2 by 2 is.
2 by 2.
Oh, that's quite big.
So, but it's not, you know, lumber is not you know, 3x5 is not a 3x5 and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So then, plus you have the song, like, so everything, you know, if you go back, some of them were gonna go back and measure and put the lines and. So I just showed them an easier way to do it and I thought it was an easier way to do it. You know, you make an X and you go from there, not hard. That's the only lines, diagonal lines you do, and the rest are just horizontal and vertical. But anyway, some of them got it and some of them didn't.
Well, that's quite a few though. That's a few more than you're used to having.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, well, it's 12 with me, so it's 11, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot, it was a lot. And then we were missing two, so I was like, thank God I only had that one drink instead of two. But Jean was one of the ones missing, and Jean's very helpful, so.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, but it was fun, it's been fun, and Doris has sent me messages out all week long saying, well, I've gotten this far, because she was so frustrated. And it looks nice, she's come a long way, so
Yeah.
she's enjoying it, but,
Yeah.
and the rugs came out really nice, really pretty
Did
rugs,
they?
so, yeah.
You didn't send me a picture.
I know, I will.
Yeah, send me a picture so we can get
Okay.
it posted, cause I think that's always nice to show some of the work and some of the things, activities that are going on.
I wonder when we go to the voting or wherever, and we have our senior citizen table,
Uh-huh.
if we could put pictures up to show what the craft fair people are doing.
Yeah.
Then maybe when people come by, they can say, oh, you know,
Yeah.
and we can say, well, you know, we have craft.
Yeah, Karen might not want that.
Yeah, let's get her a few more people, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm, you know, I feel.
It's a lot if you don't have at least two instructors there.
Well, and that's it,
Right
you know,
there. Yeah,
I'm gonna take a break for a few weeks and see, you know, Jean will pick up something, she'll do some.
Are you almost done with the boards?
I thought we could get done this week, I don't think they'll get done this week, so it'll be another week, and Jean's not here this coming weekend, this week anyway, yeah. She's missing 2 weeks, so, but she'll have something, she doesn't mind.
all right, so Michael's not here.
Have we had any games? Debbie, has he talked to you or?
I have not heard from him since the last meeting. I reached out to him, but I did not get a response back. I think he was a little discouraged. That he hasn't had a lot of people. It's hard. It's summertime right now, and I think people are busy, so it's hard to get somebody in there for
It's just
that,
hard anywhere to start
that
something
period
new.
of time.
You know, it's hard to start
Yeah.
something new, and
Yeah,
his hours are like so long, it's
I
just
think they're
crazy.
long.
Yeah, because you can come at 5 o'clock, oh, that guy came at 1 o'clock, I should have come here earlier.
Yeah,
with
but
the play
to get
again.
the.
You need to
you want
schedule-
Get the
Yeah, you need
amount of people that are.
2 hours or something, so you can actually play the game.
and
You don't
that's
have to
it,
play.
right, and then you can expand on that,
Exactly,
expand on that afterwards.
but he
So-
doesn't seem like that's what he wants to do, I don't know, wasn't receptive to it. Didn't seem like it to me, maybe it's me, I don't know, I didn't think he.
Well, no, he was, I think he's very excited about doing it, but I don't think he realizes that people have other things going on in their lives that they don't need to be sitting there for 4 hours playing a game or whatever, and maybe he needs the attention, I'll say, I don't know. I don't know the man, so,
I don't know.
but it's very nice that he
I
wants.
will say though that he did take my suggestion and get in touch with the Belgrade Summer Times, and there was a write-up in there a week or two ago about game day.
It was nice.
So, yeah, so I saw it, so I, you know, maybe that got some more people there, I do not know. I have not heard from him, so I will try to reach out to him.
Did he have game day this month at all, or week, or?
I do not know.
Is it every week?
It's
Yes.
every week, it's every Wednesday from 10 to 3. So.
Well, and last Wednesday was extremely hot.
It was.
We had that humidity, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's brutal in that
Yeah,
building.
yeah.
But other than. The game, the crafts, I wouldn't say we've had any instant success.
no,
I mean, everything
sometimes
we've
it
done
takes-
has been taking a while.
it's taken a while to catch on,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and as far as game day goes, I did get in touch with Judy Johnson. And really it's Christine Devine who runs the bingo down here, because we talked at the last meeting about, you know, implementing bingo. and given away token prizes, maybe like dish liquid or, prizes that aren't, monetarily costly, so we would have to apply for a bingo license. So anyway, I have to get in touch with Christine Devine. I just haven't had an opportunity because she doesn't live here right in town and she works at the bank, so if I can get an email, I'll get in touch with her and, maybe get that, a bingo game, a regular bingo game going.
That'd be
To
fun.
me,
I
yeah.
I love bingo.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think
What,
it
in
would
the
be fun.
evening?
No, we're still
Sorry.
looking at doing it during game time,
Oh,
which would be Wednesdays.
Oh,
You wanted a night one?
yeah,
I do think that that's also part of the problem is people would go, I would go play cards, but.
at night.
At night.
At night.
Me
I
too.
would too,
Me
yeah, I
too.
would too.
I would play a game at night, but I won't play during the day when I can be outside.
Yeah.
Or there's other things that you gotta get done, around the house or errands or doctors or
Well,
whatever.
Mike said he'd be in, would be willing, I think, to do night,
Did he?
yeah. He said if enough people want to do it, he'd do it at night.
All right, I'll try to reach out. to
Okay,
him.
Kim, now
I'm
we're
sure-
stuck.
With pressure.
Now we gotta go.
Scratch that off the record.
Yeah, I'm not sure he was happy that, he wanted to do a potluck to get people there, but I think that that's hard too.
That's just more work, you know?
Potluck and we
You just wanna go and have fun, not have, yeah,
Yeah,
not have to worry about.
Yeah.
food.
Bring in
Well,
stuff.
somebody wanted to bring snacks. or
Right,
something,
that's
not
different,
a
not a
potluck.
food, not where you have to clean up and do.
Well,
all
they were
that, yeah.
already, he opened it up to say, bring your lunch, share your lunch with. So that was kind of nice and, but anyway, I will try to reach out to him. I think I already did and I got no response, so. Senior water aerobics, who's going to that? Do you wanna,
Eddie and I are going,
you?
except for today.
it's, I think it's
How many?
loads of fun
participants?
and there's probably, I think they capped at 15.
Which is too many.
But I don't think there've been 15 both weeks.
No, but even 12 or 13, it's
Yeah.
been crowded.
And today there were less people. The two gentlemen weren't there today.
Oh,
It was chilly though today, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, the pool was full. Oh, it's been so nice for the past 2 weeks.
Those nighttime temperatures bring it down fast.
But Doris is doing a great job.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Is she getting paid for that?
No.
Doris.
volunteer.
Everything's volunteer.
Well, I think she's taking collection for the lifeguard. I think we ought to take a collection for Doris.
I think people would be willing to do that.
I think that we would start to set a precedence for other people who would give time too. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
We could send her a nice thank you card.
I think a thank you card.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the program wraps up in August.
I'll get,
Those are my personal
I'll
feelings.
get.
Okay, I love
Right.
setting a precedence because we have other people.
Well, we could pay Karen and Jean for their services, that's all the time they put in. No, I'm just saying, but no, I think a nice thank you card would be nice.
I think it's August 16th, maybe. I think it's the third week in August.
Okay.
Well, you have 3 more weeks, 3 more.
But there's she does a good job. The first week I thought, well, it's just in bed and come and splash around. And that night I was like, oh, I can't walk. Oh, why are my legs hurt?
So you do exercises and in the pool? Yeah, nice.
Is it hard?
Aerobics.
Oh, yeah.
What's
Is
that?
it hard?
It's not,
No.
that's why it's fun, because it's not hard. You feel like you're splashing in the pool. Like today, she tried us with synchronized swimming.
Oh, that must have been fun.
It was fun, but it was, if anyone was taking a drone overhead or something.
You wouldn't have made the Olympics, that's what it was.
Maybe the Special Olympics.
Somebody should have taken a video of that. Yeah, I do want to talk about the whole thing about, expanding and programming and being able to pay those seniors that are currently doing these programs. So I'll get back to that, because I don't want to get off topic here, but it's not on here, but it's something that I've been thinking about. I've already talked to the town manager about. Follow up on senior fall trip, Sue and Betty, you're both doing it.
Yeah,
You wanna start?
okay, well, we both came up with the same idea as a trip to Belfast. There's some nice restaurants in Belfast, there's some fun shopping up there. You can go up to the observation tower at Fort Knox and see that. So we took the bus up, went to Fort Knox and the observation tower, and then go back downtown to a restaurant. There's the Nautilus, which Sue,
Yes, I did make contact with the manager and there's no way they can accommodate a busload of people. And and she gave me a suggestion, she said, the Nautilus is at the lower end of the hill, but in downtown Belfast, there are 2 other restaurants, and she said it would be nice to split it up. But when you go to the Nautilus, I haven't called the other restaurant yet, if you have a table of 6 or more, you get 1 check. And you have to split it. And I said, so what about if there's a table of 4? She said, 4, you get your own checks, but she said, when you have 6 or more, you're gonna get 1 check. And I don't particularly like that.
No,
It's
but
hard.
yes, it is very hard, because not everybody's gonna have the same.
yeah, you can't.
Right, you can't. So, but she said she would accommodate 4, but she said there's no way they could accommodate 40 people. They have a room where you can go, but you have to rent it, and she said that only seats 40. So she said, why don't you, split it up and go some to her place, 4 at a table, and try the other 2 restaurants in town. She said they're right on the main street, they're walking distance. And
That pizza place is really good, if people like pizza.
yeah,
And
so
Raleigh's
are they,
Bar,
What is it?
is it Raleigh's Bar? Raleigh's?
well, there's something that started with a D. She gave me 2 names, and she said it would help out the businesses there if we all split it up and not go, but we couldn't go to her place anyway.
right,
Young's, there were a group of ladies that went there, and basically you sit outside, but if the weather's bad, and I thought a lot of people wouldn't like it, you take your food and you go upstairs. And I thought a lot of people might not want to climb stairs.
Yeah,
So, but she gave me 2 other restaurants, and she said, probably will not take reservations, but just set a time when you're all gonna go to eat, and then have a time where you're gonna meet later. And I asked her about parking for the coach buses. She said that she does not have accommodations at the Nautilus, but she said there is a parking lot where he can park. And,
And there's so many more restaurants though, right on Route 1 past there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be right in Belfast.
no,
Well, but bus has to go someplace that's convenient for
Right,
spreading out.
right.
Yeah.
But on Route 1, it's more convenient. You know what I mean, than-
but we just have to remember that 40 people can't go and expect to be served. All at once, that's her problem.
Right, but I'm just saying there's other restaurants.
Yeah, yeah,
Outside of Belfast.
yeah.
all right.
So how does Bill?
And when,
Pardon me?
what's the date on that?
Well, that's what we want to talk about.
What's the date of,
Dan's trip is October 1st.
October 1st?
where's that
I
going?
do not have a calendar.
Where?
Oh, okay.
So it depends on how much space you want between the 2 events.
A couple of weeks anyway, I would think.
So we have to do it.
Your last week I don't know in Belfast,
Pardon me?
so I was gonna say, Columbus Day weekend, a lot of places closed, and I don't know if that's true in Belfast or not, but
When's Columbus Day weekend?
it would be, it's the 11th is the 10th, trying to find.
And we could do September. You won't see foliage yet, but
Well, there's not really gonna be any foliage in Belfast anyway, is there?
No,
No,
Not a lot.
Yeah.
well, there is and the coach bus maybe can pull over, there is a trail called Moose Trail. And you can pull up and you can get a beautiful view of the ocean, but you're not gonna get foliage, but,
Is that Moose Point State Park?
yes, yes. But we thought it would be just nice to, people like to stop in the shops at Belfast and look around, it's a lovely area, so.
And there's a little, isn't there a park right around that corner
Right.
too? Yeah.
Water there, but small.
And didn't you, when you stopped in, didn't you mention another place though?
Um,
That was over towards Bethel.
I was going to, by starting off in Sunday River, going that way and going into the notches and stuff and going around, that would be your foliage, but.
yeah, that'd be pretty,
Pardon me?
that'd be pretty.
Well, it'd be very, very pretty, but I didn't know where the restaurants, I'd have to really do a search on restaurants.
And it's a long,
And it's a long haul, just like I also thought of Greenville, Betty and I talked about it, but Greenville, you're talking a long hike up there.
2 hours.
Yeah, so that's too long.
Yeah.
So we were trying to make it more accommodating so that people weren't on the bus for a long time, but
and there's a variety of things for people to do there.
I
yeah,
think Belfast is a good choice.
I like it. I mean,
I
it's-
like
Boothbay
Belfast.
Harbor.
well, I think they went to Botanical Gardens. Didn't you?
Oh, yeah, that's right, they went to that's Boothbay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but we didn't go in the town.
No,
Town is adorable.
The town is adorable.
Yeah, it's
It
really cute.
is.
They have a
There's
lot of rest,
of-
they have
That's
a lot of
There's a lot more
restaurants.
there.
There's a lot of quaint little
Yeah,
restaurants
than
there.
Belfast.
Lot of restaurants.
but we were thinking people might like to do the observation tower, go to Fort Knox, and they're both beside each other so that if there's a line at the observation tower, some people can go to the fort and vice versa. So we kind of,
How far are those away from each other, Belfast from
Booth Bay,
From Fort Knox.
Knox?
Oh, it's
It's right
Is it
there.
it's right there.
Is it right
You
there?
can see it from the highway.
No, I haven't been there forever.
right by the observation tower and the bridge.
But is there access,
You
like
can go down
if
the street
they're
and
dropped
turn
down
left.
off at the observation tower, is there access from there down to Fort Knox?
Yeah, it's right there.
It's-
You just walk a little ways.
It's walkable.
There, it's.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just there a few weeks ago with my niece. You just walk right down to the fort.
So how does everybody feel about that? About pursuing that trip, and it's not as much a foliage trip. But
And we could.
it would be
research
fun
something
with
else.
things to do.
My only question is about the fort.
About the what?
The fort. There are places it's dark and the ground is uneven. And
That's
there's
right.
stairs.
was thinking that
There's
too.
stairs.
Yeah.
And they're narrow. Some of them are narrow, so.
Yeah, that may not be.
And how many people would be able to walk through? Because it's quite a distance. It's been a while since
It's a
I've
big
been there. It's
fort.
huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. You could take half a day if you really wanted to.
The real draw probably is the observation tower.
And there you get a beautiful view.
Yeah, and what is the cost of that?
It's free.
Is that free, the observation tower?
Yeah, and once you go up, the view is spectacular.
Yeah.
You would get your foliage there. But it's not like you're riding on the bus and looking out the window.
But you have to pay for something. Can't remember this to get to the fort or what.
Fort
It's-
Knox, you have to.
You have to
Yeah.
pay to get into Fort Knox. So that might be another thing to, we'll be into August. Research for the next meeting, what's the cost? What's the cost for seniors? What's the cost for a bus? And I guess some other questions I may have. So these buses cost us $1,700. It's a lot. What do we charge? Because should we charge something? I mean, I hate to because our budget is so small. But it's $1,700 and then the cost of the board. And restaurants would be on your own.
Right,
If we
Yeah,
have
the
only
fort's only like
25 people.
$6,
$6.
something like that, I think.
If we have only 25 people, do we still go? The bus.
how many did you have for Rangeley?
You had 20 some, I think it was.
We did have 20 something. It was not a full bus.
Yeah, it was sad, though. It was
Yeah.
expensive for what.
It was very
What did it
expensive.
run?
1,700,
No, I mean, per person to pay.
nothing.
There was nothing.
Oh, the
Oh, I
town
thought you
pays?
charged 10 for that one, no?
No, not the
We
town.
didn't charge anything.
And we
Oh,
charge
the
for
committee?
non-residents?
Oh, okay, okay.
We would have to,
What did you charge for non-residents?
We didn't.
Oh, you did it? I thought you
the
did.
non-residents
We did.
were supposed to.
I thought you did. I
Oh,
thought.
was it $10?
It might have been just $10. Yeah.
Have a big
Fort
fundraiser.
Knox is $6.50.
Have a big
Is what?
fundraiser.
It's $6.50.
Fort Knox is $6.50.
That's the elevator ticket.
That's the.
And
other-
entrance to the Fort.
Yeah, it's not,
Okay,
yeah.
it's not, except, to me, it's not expensive.
So $250 for Maine resident seniors.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
Cheap
what did you
enough.
say?
$250 for Maine resident seniors over 65.
Yeah, $2.50, $2.50.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would at least
How
like
is it,
to
Beth?
half fill the bus. If we don't half fill the bus, then I'm not sure that we should pursue it. We didn't half fill the bus on the trip to Rangeley.
Yeah,
Everybody had a good time. I mean,
it's too expensive.
yeah,
Ranger was too expensive or the bus?
The bus is
the bus
expensive.
is so
Just
expensive.
a
I'm gonna
few
talk to the guy and see if I can't get him back down to 1,500.
I thought,
But
I
still.
thought the rec center picked up the bus. No?
Not for these trips.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought they did.
No, we share cost on the botanical gardens and he picked that up. We picked up the seniors entrance fee into the
See,
Okay.
botanical
to
garden.
me, Belfast is only an hour drive. Why do we need a big bus? That's my thing. You know what I mean? It's only an hour drive from here.
Mhm.
Are there other size buses?
Well, you'd have to get a school bus and then you'd have to rent one, right?
Right. I don't think I'd wanna put.
It's only an hour
seniors
though.
On a school bus. All right, let me look into cost.
Well,
Let me look into smaller buses if he even has.
what would be
them.
your alternatives? if We don't go to Belfast, what would,
What about Bethel?
I thought that Bethel was a great
Bethel-
idea
Bethel-
because it gave you the.
Bethel is nice, but there are no restaurants there.
There's
There's
no-
nothing
to do either.
No, no, you would have
Oh, they
to,
have a rock and mineral gem museum or something.
Oh, over there into, I know
South
where.
Paris, but it's
South
not there
Paris.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not there.
South
The
Paris.
big,
is
that
another nice
big
place.
museum,
It's not there.
what happened to it?
They closed it.
Really?
The place in South Paris?
South Paris is very pretty to visit.
In Bethel?
South Paris, well, I'm thinking of South Paris.
This one has meteors, it has a lot of rocks outside, it's huge.
and you can
I
pan.
don't know.
Is that the same place you can pan?
I don't know about that, I haven't been yet.
There is a place over that
Yeah,
way,
I-
near New Hampshire Border.
Right,
You
yes,
can pan.
yes,
think
I
it's
was
there.
there.
No, it's not that one.
Is it Newry?
I think it's Newry. maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
that's
daughter-
right where
But
Saddleback
it's
is.
really nice
Yeah.
on the outside, we walked around, it had like all like big, rocks, stones, and then it's inside, it's rocks, minerals, gems, meteorites. All kinds of stuff.
Parents is the one I'm thinking of.
Huh?
Parents is the place I'm thinking of.
No, this one's, I don't know, my kids are thinking of going there this weekend, now you got me curious.
Well, no, Parents is, I'm pretty sure Parents in South Paris is closed, but it sounds like we're talking about two different places. So,
And if we did do the Newry from Saddleback down, I don't believe Saddleback, has chairs for free, I'm not sure, because Sugarloaf doesn't, but then it would still be a long trip, we could go to the Crofton Notches and those places, which would be beautiful, but you're talking a longer bus trip.
and what would you do at Grafton Notch, just to get out?
I don't know,
It's a long ride just to get out.
I know,
There's the
I know.
Notch.
Well, it'd be a pretty time of the year, but I don't know what else we could do there. That's why we thought of Bethel, where people could go into the shops and, walk around
Yeah.
and stuff. And if they
It's
wanna
like-
go to the, they can, if they don't have to. They can go to the
And if you've got some
opposite.
other ideas, we're open to
Yeah,
looking into them.
It's
so
the
you
main
think in
mineral
September?
and
pardon me?
Well, it's either that or into October when things
You
might be
think
closing.
Okay,
The
And I
main
think-
mineral and gem museum.
Okay.
Bethel.
I think October you're gonna hit, that's gonna be very congested, because that's.
Well, you're gonna either hit Columbus Day or you're gonna have to be after and then things might be shut
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
You think the foliage will be out by September?
no,
Oh.
no, but I'm saying if you get into October, that's when you're gonna get your heavy traffic.
For the last
These
2
people-
weeks.
But we can look at something if you want us to, but
That Monday would be 16th to the 23rd or the 30th.
Yeah,
Well, the first is Dan's stretch, so you don't wanna go then.
no. Maybe the 16th, the week of the 16th through the 21st.
so I can do like.
And we have pretty days in September.
We do.
I forgot until just now I thought about it.
All right,
Do you want us to pursue something else, or do you
so
want?
come back with the 2 options. I want, how far are the other restaurants in walking distance?
Of
from
Belfast,
Nautilus?
She
Yeah.
said we could walk to them,
Okay,
but we could check out the ones on, Route 1.
okay. So
And
what,
Young's is up on Route 1,
what is
But
it?
Young's is, we can't go to Young's.
okay.
I checked that out, that's not.
It's very rustic.
Well, you're
it's for
either
people.
outdoors, you're either
That's right,
outdoors, if
it
the
is.
weather's
Yeah,
bad, then you go upstairs and people would have to take their food and go upstairs, and I didn't think that people
People
would
don't wanna
want.
carry their food
it's like,
upstairs.
have you ever been there?
People don't wanna carry
Yeah.
their food
Yeah.
upstairs.
Yeah. It's kind of like a barn atmosphere.
Well, it's a nice outdoors, it's beautiful, you're right on the ocean, which is
You are.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
But if the weather's inclement, then you go upstairs and,
Right.
you still have the open windows, but you have to carry your food, whatever you get, you have to go upstairs to eat it if the
Right.
weather's bad. So that would be the only downfall for that. But I didn't know if people would enjoy shopping. Betty and I were thinking that people might like to go into the stores and shop and look around and,
Mhm.
That'd be fun,
yeah.
because Christmas is around the corner when you think about
Exactly,
it,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I think there's some art galleries too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's just how much you wanna pack into a day, that's all.
Right,
And of course, we'd have to, if we have to check and see what time everything opens, the observation tower, did we check that?
I think we did, it'll be open by the time we get there.
Yeah, so we just have to figure out when things open
Mhm.
and the restaurants and. And the
Alright, and
shops,
I'll check into the bus cost too, and I'll check to see if they have, by any chance, a smaller. Bus that would accommodate for less money.
where are you getting the buses from, Mary?
Dan uses, I thought it's always good to stay with the same company, it's the group out of Bangor.
Oh, okay,
Size, Steer or size?
Mike Sear, I think it's Mike Sear,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can talk him back down to the 1,500. He did our trip last year for 15, so. He wanted 17 and. Anyway,
Well, I'm
it
sure,
worked out,
yeah,
yeah,
well, tell them gas has gone down.
Yes.
but that's it, so another thing is,
Where
I
are you
guess,
going?
is what do we charge?
Augusta was 319.
Well, it's good enough. Just remember, if we look into another place, it'll be August, so it doesn't give us a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
know.
time to
I know.
plan
And
things.
so maybe we should just stick with the Belfast trip. It's not far away. Maybe that will reduce the cost. I don't know. I don't know how they charge.
No, I don't either. I don't know if they charge by the mileage or I don't know
Right.
how that works. But like, I forgot your name,
Ann.
Megan said that, it's Christmas time and people might find something that they want in the shops. I don't know.
What about Camden?
Yeah.
That's a nice little town.
Mhm. Lincolnville, Camden,
Yeah, that's a nice area.
yeah.
It's just there on Saturday.
Pardon me?
Okay,
I was just there on Saturday.
When you get in
Busy,
touch-
huh?
Very busy,
Yeah.
the streets are
with the
long.
other 2 restaurants down there?
In Camden?
No.
Belfast.
Oh, Belfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check out the other 2, so they're the total.
And a lot of times, those municipalities, I'm not sure if it's Belfast, they have a walking, like a little map,
Mhm.
walking map of, stores, restaurants, if they have something like that. I don't know if they have a chamber of commerce down there, or if you can pull something off from their website, send it to me and I can print it.
They actually have a walking trail along the river, that's nice.
They do.
Do that. You want one day?
Yeah.
Okay. Betty and I will check it out.
And they
Okay.
have a Rennie's,
Yeah, yeah.
they have a really good Rennie's
I
in
know,
Belfast.
I know.
I've not been to that one yet.
Well, we're gonna have one in Waterville soon, so.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
So, moving on here, any suggestions for additional programs right now? We just wanna stick with what we've got.
Well, I had mentioned, last month or so about having another plant swap and nobody addressed that. I don't know if you'd be interested in that in the fall. Because that was low maintenance, that was easy to do, it doesn't cost us anything. It's a good time to dig up your plants. Does anybody have any, I'd just like to hear somebody's thoughts on that.
Yeah,
The plan.
it is a good time
Yeah.
to split
Yeah,
up your
works.
plans, and I have plans, I know I'm gonna get you my. Bulk.
Anybody has plans,
Blue Indian belt.
I need a whole new garden done.
All right, why don't I put together a calendar and maybe throw that on the calendar for September? Maybe see if we can
Or mid-October,
book the
mid-October is good too.
North Bell.
And Mama Deer and her 3 triplets ate my hostel.
Oh,
So I was kind of hoping to have a full house tonight. I want to look for volunteers to do things. And I guess one of them is I want to look to somebody to contact, like, Esther Kern. So we can start to get our information out there. Advertising is one. Betty wants to give up, the minutes. I would like to have someone else chair. I feel like I've been doing it now for a while, and I don't, I would gladly do the minutes if somebody else would share, but can. But anyway, those are just some of my thoughts. We don't have a full board here tonight. I mean, you know, right now I have Betty, Charlene's on the board. She's new, Mayann's new. Karen, Doris is not here.
While you're on that list, my phone number is wrong.
Your phone number's wrong.
My work phone number is 5459.
When are you retiring from?
I don't know.
Oh, so it's on the back burner now.
So we have Michael, we have Richard, we have Sue. And
My number's wrong.
Your number's wrong.
I think it's 530.
It's 530. Okay, so I will get those corrected and send them out.
Well, why can't we just correct them ourselves?
Yeah, you can correct them. right?
Kim, what's your phone
I'll
number?
correct them
Which one?
because this, I have this in
The one that says 5451 should be 5459.
Thank you.
And then you're 530-6304.
And that's
Yeah.
actually my work, it says cell, it's my work phone.
Oh, okay.
No, I think advertising is a big thing for us, and I don't know how it worked out for Michael. Just getting somebody to reach out to Esther. Esther says, get her the stuff by Thursday, even if it's just Senior Resource Committee, these are our programs, these are the days they're running. Just something. But.
So like a little ad or something like that?
Kind of like a little ad, a Senior Resource Committee, and,
I'll give it a thought.
okay.
I'm not pushing it right now.
Okay. Esther does, she does have an email, one of her newspapers is out there. I just verbally talked to her, quickly. And she says she'd be happy to put anything in there that we do. So it's not just this one time, it's like. We want something repeating, we want somebody that's gonna be that person that's going to be able to, on a regular basis, for as long as that newspaper is running.
be able to just get the information out, and be that, you know what I'm talking about, what's the word I want?
Continuity.
Well, coordinator, yeah, you know, somebody who gets information out to the public.
So now is this just to Esther or is this otherwise?
It, just Esther right now, but there are
Who's
other,
Esther.
Esther.
Esther Kern,
She has that little Belgrade newspaper.
Thank you.
yes, so sorry.
And
Some
she
kind of
keeps that until what, October? Or does she go into November? I can't
I think
remember.
it's like 1st of October.
Yeah,
Yeah. But she does it all summer, it's just, it's a good way, and when I
Once
saw
a week, I
Michael. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
do we have
something, and like when we have something new come up, like this Belfast trip, you know, to get the information, this is the Belfast trip, this is, you know, it's gonna
Mhm.
cost you this much to go.
Where to sign up, where to.
Where to sign
Where,
up,
and where do people give their money to? Like, I was talking to some ladies, from Oakland, and there were about 4 of them that wanted to go, and I didn't know who you bring the money to
oh, or was it the Botanical Gardens?
for the Belfast trip if we go. to
Oh, for the Belfast trip, it'll just be here,
And
so-
do they, and if they write a check, it's to the town of
it
Belgrade,
would be to the town of Belgrade, yeah.
and we gotta figure out what we're gonna charge non-residents. Are we gonna charge
Yeah.
non-residents?
What is the?
I think that we should at least charge a nominal fee of $10 to residents. And
For
then
residents, $10?
$10, and then $250 of that would pay for that entrance into,
And what about non-residents?
I don't know, what
Well, we
is
were
it,
gonna
right?
talk,
I would say
$20.
20.
I would say 22, only because.
22?
No.
Oh, 20, okay.
20 also.
Okay.
Anyway, just because this comes, the bus itself comes off the backs of the.
well, we were gonna
taxpayers.
contact Oakland too, once we knew what we're doing, and see if they want.
Right, the Oakland, and I have their email, so I send stuff over to them. And whenever we're doing something, I always send it to the Oakland.
Yeah, yeah, and I
And
can,
then I always send it over to Reedfield as well. Because they're our neighbors and they have.
what about
seen it.
Rome?
I sent it to Rome as
Okay,
well,
yeah.
so I hit those 3 people, so.
Mhm.
I'm trying to get communications
I'll-
out that
I'll
way,
do it with Esther.
yeah.
But
And,
yeah, let me know. I'd like to decide on what date we're gonna do this trip,
right,
if we can do that tonight. And then I can also get something out to her.
I
So
think Mary needs to talk to the bus.
I need to talk to the last people first.
Well, let me know as soon as you do, because we can
Right.
get it.
So I'm thinking the week of the 16th through the 20th, was it? I think,
Of October.
no, that would be too late.
Sure,
Well,
yeah.
check in to
Belfast.
see what you're talking about.
It would be 2 weeks,
16th.
almost, yeah, 2 weeks
and you
before.
know, if we did a trip to Belfast, and if we got like a tour guide map. We could take a picture of that and get that people would have that as well too, so.
Yeah,
I picked up a book when I was in Belfast, so I went to look at it, and the whole middle was
all right.
missing.
Oh, gee. And I
So-
go by the Snow Pond Center of Seasons too,
Oh,
and
you
once
do?
we know, I can stop in
Okay.
and give them a
Yeah,
little.
so we could put together a flyer. So see, these are all pieces that
Yeah,
I do behind the scenes, and that's why. Yeah. So I need a volunteer. People think about it for the next meeting for minutes. I would like either someone to chair or another co-chair. A working co-chair. So anyway, something to think about for the next meeting minutes. Also looking for a volunteer to plan the October luncheon with Christine Coulson and is it Archie? I think it's Archie.
Oh,
She's, yeah, which I think could be near the end of October. And I would put you in touch with Christine to work directly with her. Just because I don't need to be. a
Is that
go-between.
supposed to be a Saturday thing or is it?
She, during the week, she said would work preferably for her. So
so it's sometime in October, or you
I
picking
would say late October, yeah.
late, okay.
If we, well, rather than do a lunch, we could just do something like cookies and refreshments, we could do a Halloween. Something for Halloween.
Be fun to do a costume.
Oh, forget it.
No, you've got your finger right there.
It's not like that for October,
All right, also just wanted to keep it on the calendar, the Christmas gathering for volunteers to lead.
The Rhines are on board for that.
What?
The Rhines,
The Rhines?
yeah.
Okay, so are they definitely
Well,
on board? Let's-
I will contact them, but they
Okay.
were, I had told them that it was such a huge success and people were so excited about it and they
Yeah.
said they would come and do it
I
again.
think they got a couple of calls
And,
from people for private.
Yeah,
Don Peterson said he would do it too, but we have to give him enough notice, so as soon as you get a date for that.
I know,
It's usually the first December, that's what we've done, so it would be December.
and Rick Ray would do it as well. I'm going to see him this Wednesday.
okay, yeah, because
December
Rick,
7th
Rick
would be that
usually
first.
plays with the Rhines,
Mhm.
they.
What did you say, Kim?
December 7th is that first Saturday in December.
December 7th, all right, because I have to book that time with Dan. Because. It's a rental facility, so
Well, let me know so I can contact Don Peterson.
Well, so who do you want to contact? The Rhines or Dawn?
contact
The
Rick
Rhines.
and the Rhines
Okay,
first
yeah.
and get them, because we have already done a follow-up and I
Yeah.
had followed up with Rick quite a while back.
Yeah.
but, Let's do that first.
Yeah.
And then,
I'll call them. So I'm gonna say, hold the date for December 7th.
okay, but don't do it till you hear from me, because first I have to book it with Dan.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
and I can get a hold of Christine and see, if she's available in late October. You want it during the week? For your-
Yeah,
for the
she wants it during the week. Here's our email communications, so
Okay.
I don't sit around doing that.
Yeah,
But this is,
is there,
kind of that Mary said.
but is there any time in October that you want, or do we have to go by what her availability?
We're, going by her availability.
yep, Okay,
Yeah. I mean, she offered to do it. She said she wanted.
yeah, I'm friends with her on Facebook.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So the other thing is too, and I wanted to mention this. So whoever does the newspaper correspondence, I mean, Kim put together this lovely Get Connected. So this is one of the things that we need to get into the papers to let people know that this opportunity exists and what it's about. So that's why I'm looking for someone to just be kind of a correspondent. That's my word, correspondent.
Your
It's been a
PR,
long day for me. but-
your PR person.
Now, besides Esther for the summer paper, what else would that go into?
I mean, I have them available out here on the counter, but I think getting the information right now. Into the summer newspaper, because that gets dropped off at every place.
I
I mean,
said
it
I-
doesn't go to people's homes.
I said I would do
Everybody
that.
picks them up and, I mean, right, she has a pile of them out here.
And the health center, I haven't connected, we've been playing phone tag. The health center was on board with promoting it to patients they thought might be interested.
Oh, promoting this to
Yeah.
patients?
Yeah.
So should we make some connection there with the? health
Yeah, I've
center?
got it, she called me and I called her back and we played phone tag a couple times, so.
Okay,
I have a name of someone at the health center. And I had called her and told her what we wanted to do, and she was on board with it, and said they would try to promote it there if they thought. And I don't know if it will be like, hey, do you know the town's doing this, if you need a call kind of thing, or if it's only people they thought might need it, or, you know, more
right.
general or whatever.
Well, it's just, it's getting the information out there to let people know that, you know. That we're interested in starting this program of just a call, you know, do you want a phone call, especially for neighbors, we all have elderly neighbors and.
I'm the oldest one in my neighborhood.
Me too.
Me too.
That's why we're on this committee.
They call me.
Yeah.
You okay or not?
All right, we try to wrap up usually by 7:30. Do we have any other business that anybody would like to discuss?
No, I just have a quick question about the, did you have a job opening for down at the center?
Yes,
Who quit?
Victoria's getting done. She's pursuing her teaching career.
Oh,
Oh, good, but she was good.
She
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah, and very personable. I liked her.
Yeah, she was. She did a lot of good PR for the.
So she's going,
Programs.
she's gonna be doing student teaching?
No, she's working on getting a teaching degree. She
Oh, okay.
mentioned to me, so I'm not exactly sure.
Good for her.
Yeah.
She'll be very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think she likes that early childhood.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So, can I just, so Betty and I are gonna pursue Belfast. And we're gonna pick a date.
Okay.
And you're gonna check on the bus.
right,
You have to check on the bus first.
I'll check on the bus
She'll-
first.
she'll
I'll
pick
do
the
that
date.
tomorrow
Okay, and
morning.
you're gonna pick a
Because I
date.
always say I'll do these things and then, yeah, I might have to do it from home on Wednesday.
Okay,
Because
and,
I just get sidetracked. We have
yep, and then,
changes in here going on.
I'm gonna wait, for Christine, because you have to book the community center for her luncheon and playing,
Yeah.
and the same thing for the run. For the
the
December
runs,
seventh.
too.
I'm at least gonna put a bug in their ear to tentatively hold the seventh, because they will get busy. And the same with Christine, but, I'll just see what she has for opening dates and the one.
Yeah, she said preferably days would be good.
Days,
Yeah,
Okay.
days is what she wants.
Weekdays.
Yeah,
I mean, weekdays, yes,
yeah, because I think she self-employed and she doesn't. work
yeah,
for
and
all-
she does all the music at the gazebo,
Right,
which last week was a 9-piece band, fantastic.
it was the best.
Yeah,
It really was. I
Yeah.
went down to it.
Well, I had to go to Oakland because I didn't have a car,
I
and,
saw you get out and get back in.
Oh,
Was
well-
or was that the week before? You got
What?
out of your car and then you got back in.
oh, well, that was the 4th.
Oh,
It was so hot, and so I stayed as long as I could, then I left. But,
I didn't go down once.
yeah, but I wanted to go to hear the band last week, and
Yeah,
my car had to stay overnight, and so some of my friends from Rome said, oh, I'll come get you, and I thought, come all the way from Rome to get me, so my Oakland friends took me to Oakland, and I have to tell Christine, it's just, and I don't wanna be snobby, but we are really quite classy compared to Oakland. It was, she does a wonderful job.
yeah, she does.
She does a
great
wonderful job.
Yeah,
So in Oakland, there was not a lot of people there, and the band was not that good, and a lot of people got up and left, but they had a 9-piece band here last week. And everybody said it was
Yeah.
awesome.
had Carl
Yeah.
and the Soul Sensations. Yeah.
She does a wonderful job. We're lucky to have her.
So one more thing before we leave, I did mention it to you before, we talked about giving people stipends or making some kind of payment. I have already spoken with the town manager, so we do have an ordinance, it's a senior work ordinance. Right now, there's like maybe $1,500 in it, which isn't a lot, and seniors can work for minimum wage up to and earn up to $750. Basically, that's good for 2 seniors. I'm looking to triple that amount for next year. But I also, because there aren't a lot of jobs that we can ask seniors to do in the municipality where it could be harmful to them, picking things up, doing different things. We did have a couple of seniors come in and do folding of newsletters before the last newsletter, so they earn money. The money comes in the form of, it's not necessarily an abatement, but it's paid down on your taxes, so you never really get the money. But I did talk to the town manager and said, we have seniors running programs right now, and why can't we use that as towards individual people's taxes, so it's just something to consider for the future.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Actually,
well,
that's
if you
pretty
run a
good.
program and you're doing that, for example, all summer long, you know. Why should you be compensated in a small way? I know that you do it as a volunteer,
Yeah.
but this program exists and. So, like I said, it's hard. I've tried to get other departments to use seniors for like. Down to the center, just answering phones. And encouraging other departments to use seniors in those kinds of small ways where, you know, they won't be doing something harmful to their body. You know, like lifting something, asking seniors to come and lift stuff. Because the last thing we want to do is for someone to be harmed in any way. But, so anyway, that's a possibility for the near future. I'm gonna bring a proposal to do some amendments to the current ordinance, that there are a few things that you looked at. They're out of date, they're not in compliance with state law, because this is something that is allowed per state law. And you can the town can approve the ordinance. We approved the ordinance when Denny Ketchum was here. He actually put it forward in 2010. So, but we've had very few participants, and to me, it's sad that we raise a certain amount of money and nobody can take advantage of it, so I don't know, anyway. Those are my thoughts. Anybody else? Man, anything
No,
to
good.
say, anything to add? I know that you do a lot with crafts. And so maybe that's something that you and Karen and Jean and who's the other person?
Chris, everybody's gonna do something now.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. And that way
Dan
you
does
would
it during
help
the
divide
winter,
it
and
up,
Chris does it during the winter, and
right?
because Jean leaves too, you know,
Yeah.
so.
Because when you do it so long ago, it can be wearing.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing things.
You have
that
to
matter.
keep watching out.
Drinking a new time.
Watch this drinking.
But I think you,
Thanks for reminding me, I need to buy more.
but I think you're finding it that when you have longer projects,
Well, that's what I'm doing it for.
you're not,
Yeah.
That's
you're
what I'm
not
doing
thinking of
longer.
something all the time.
All the
Yeah.
time.
'Cause
yeah.
otherwise it
And
was
then
constant.
picking up supplies, you were picking up supplies every week and.
Well, that's what you have to
Make your
do.
project last for a while.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
Where do you get your supplies?
Pardon me?
Where do you get your supplies?
Depends on what I'm doing.
Normally, where do you go?
I can go to Home Depot, a lot of them are lumber stuff, but you know, it's.
Yeah.
It's. And whatever I pick up at the dump. It's a lot of dump stuff.
There is a lot of good useful
It
things.
is. There
There.
Yeah,
is.
And you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta keep going. I got some wicker stuff there, on my porch.
see, everybody loves it. It's not a dump. It is a transfer.
It transfers
Yeah.
from that place to my.
They don't like that word over there.
I know.
Go to the, I thought you were gonna go
You
there.
remember when it was on the Chamberlain Road? And
People
the
are nice.
bookings were unbelievable. I mean, when campers came, people who came for the summer. The things that they would bring in, I had a ball. I mean, I brought more dishes home, platters home, vases. It was, and then they stopped it.
Well, they
Remember
had
that?
to.
They
Yeah,
stopped.
yeah, but you know, if you give plates of cookies at Christmas, that's a great place to pick up.
That's right, and you don't get them, you don't return them, you don't care, you give them to the
Oh,
person.
very good.
You know, you get make a lasagna for somebody.